In the 1800s, American whaling was a booming industry. Whales meant oil, oil meant light, and light meant profit. But the tools of the trade were crude, until a man who never set foot on a whaling ship changed everything. This is Inventing America, the podcast that tells the stories of inventors whose ideas powered industries, but whose names have faded into obscurity. Today, the tale of a blacksmith, a broken tool, and the harpoon that changed the seas. This is The Whaler Who Stayed on Shore. Lewis Temple was born around 1800, likely in Virginia, and later settled in New Bedford, Massachusetts, the center of America's whaling economy. A black man and a former slave, Temple worked as a blacksmith in a coastal town fueled by whale oil profits. Ships came and went constantly, and he catered to their needs: tools, chains, nails, ship fittings. One day, Temple heard whalers complaining about their harpoons. The current model, a single rigid point, often slipped out of the whale's flesh once the animal struggled. Sometimes the whale escaped. Sometimes men died trying to deliver the killing blow with a second iron. Temple thought, what if the harpoon could hold itself in place without needing a second throw? In 1848, Lewis Temple invented a toggle-headed harpoon, later known simply as the Temple toggle. His design featured a pivoting, barbed head that rotated once inside the whale, locking it in place like an anchor. It was inspired, some say, by Inuit toggling spears, but Temple refined it for ironworking and commercial use. He never patented the design, either because he was unaware of the process or because, as a black man in pre-Civil War America, he feared the system wouldn't protect him. Nonetheless, whalers quickly adopted it. The Temple toggle became standard issue on American whaling vessels within a few years. It saved lives, secured profits, and increased the success rate of whaling expeditions. But Temple's success came with complications. Temple's invention was widely copied. Shipbuilders and ironmongers profited from his design, but he saw little return. He opened a blacksmith shop and made a modest living, but never gained significant wealth, despite revolutionizing a billion-dollar industry. In 1854, a city construction accident left him seriously injured. He never recovered and died that same year. The newspapers acknowledged his valuable invention, but he died without a patent, a payout, or a legacy. Today, Temple's toggle harpoon is recognized as a turning point in maritime technology. It increased the efficiency and safety of whaling and served as a model for future tools in fishing, medicine, and engineering. Though his name was almost forgotten, Lewis Temple's invention anchored a fleet, powered a city, and shaped an era. He didn't hunt whales, but he gave the hunters a better tool, and history a better story. Thanks for listening to Inventing America. If this episode held you fast, share it, and help us recover the names lost in the undertow of history. Spend a little time with us again as we discuss a jar, a seal, and the man who preserved much more than food. That's coming up on our next episode, The Glass That Lasted.